Today I have a new album review, and this is for Dolly Parton's first ever rock album called Rockstar, released on November 17th, 2023. The album features 30 songs, including 9 original tracks and 21 rock anthems or cover songs. Needless to say, it's a very long album. It's over 2 hours long. I'm not going to be going track by track for this one, as there are too many songs. I'm just going to tell you my 5 best songs and the 5 worst songs. So many artists collaborated on this album. It was really a big and bold project. She had almost every classic rock artist you can think of. She has Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr. I mean, she wanted to get Mick Jagger, but he couldn't do it. She wanted to reunite Led Zeppelin for a cover Stairway to Heaven, but she couldn't do that. She got someone else. I'll talk about that later. Nonetheless, still a lot of big names on this album, which I will mention as I talk about the songs. So, in addition to covers, there are also some original tracks. We have Rockstar with Richie Sambora as a guest. World on Fire, this is the lead track from the album. Either Or, song with Kid Rock, which is not actually that bad. And What Has Rock and Roll Ever Done For You with Stevie Nicks and a special guest, Waddy Wachtel. So that was inspired by her recent induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Initially, she declined the honor. She has a background in country music and not rock, but in response, she declared her intention to record an album of rock covers with a bunch of musical guests from that genre, and that was to justify her inclusion. So she reached out to a bunch of people over several months, and a lot of these people were those who were with her at the ceremony for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So those include Pat Benatar, Nia Giraldo, Simon Le Bon, and Rob Halford. So these are going to be my top 5 songs. They're not ranked in any order. They're just the ones I would maybe listen to again. First song on the album I liked was the cover of Magic Man, originally by Heart. This one features Ann Wilson. I thought this song fits her voice well. It was not an exact copy of the original. I thought Ann's voice matched well with Dolly's. One problem with this album is that some of the covers did not work in terms of Dolly's voice being paired with the other artists, but this one was good. Next one I thought was good was I Hate Myself for Loving You with Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. This one worked very well with her voice. If I have any complaint, I thought some of the banter before the song was kind of cheesy, but it was something that she did on a lot of the songs on the album. It's a great cover and a song I will probably listen to again. The next one I liked was Night Moves with Chris Stapleton. I read that she originally wanted Bob Seger because it's the Bob Seger song, but Bob was having some problems with his voice, so they got Chris Stapleton, who was actually one of the few country artists that I like. So it was a good choice, and also because the song is leaning towards country and southern rock, I thought it was a good song choice. Now, it would have been interesting if she got James Hetfield to do this one with her. I'm sure James Hetfield would have done a good job on this particular song. I know he did a Bob Seger song before. We all know Turn the Page. It was just a thought. I don't know if James would do it, but just a thought. Next is Heartbreaker by Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo. Like I said before, a lot of times she pairs with a female artist doing a rock song. I think it sounds better. Pat Benatar was also inducted with Dolly at the same time, so that's why she approached her for the cover, and this one still rocks very hard. Actually, I saw a live clip of Pat Benatar. She sings really well. And the last one I liked was Freebird featuring Leonard Skinner. This one works because it's a southern rock song. I felt it was closer to something Dolly would sing. When she sang the verses, it felt more natural. It was a duet with vocals by Ronnie Van Zant. Now, before you comment, I know he's been dead, but what she did was she got permission from Ronnie's widow to use the vocals from the original song, and the outcome was actually pretty good. And now for the bottom 5. These are not ranked in any order again. Just the songs that I did not like at all. There probably could have been more, but to be honest, I'm just going to limit it to 5. First one was What Has Rock and Roll Ever Done to You with Stevie Nicks. Like I said before, the pre-song banter was cheesy. The song is very generic. The guitar riffs seem like those old rock and roll riffs that have been used over and over. I've been a fan of Stevie Nicks, and she sounds good on the song, but I just don't like the song because of the cheesiness of it. Then the banter at the end where Dolly offers a drink to Stevie. Stevie says, "Oh, I don't drink no more. And then Dolly says, oh, I don't drink no less. Just, I don't know. That's why I didn't like the song. Next is Wrecking Ball with Miley Cyrus. I think her voice does not work with this song. I think she sang it with her before. I know Dolly and Miley have done some collaborations before, but it's not a rock song. I like the original, but I don't like this version. Miley Cyrus actually does a really good version of Jolene. I think they should have done a duet on that song. Maybe they have already, I don't know. But that would have been better. Dolly's voice didn't work on the song, and then they tried to make it more of a rock song, but it just didn't come out well. Then we have Stairway to Heaven with Lizzo and Sasha Flute. The story with this is that she tried to get Plant and Page, and they said no, so then she went with Lizzo. So, I mean, first of all, she couldn't have found anyone else in the classic rock universe that could have been a better fit for a Led Zeppelin song. That's just off the top of my head. It's just bad, and it should have never been made. Now, I see it's with Sasha Flute, so I'm wondering, who is Sasha Flute? Is this some kind of flute player who I've never heard of? But it's not. It's a fucking flute, and it's owned by Lizzo, and the flute has its own Instagram page, so just erase this song from existence. Next is We Are Champions, We Will Rock You. This one has a very cheesy music video with clips from the Olympics. It has Dolly dressed as the different medals. I think it has like loud cheering noises. There's another song that just didn't work, and her voice was not suited for it. The last one is I Dreamed About Elvis with Ronnie McDowell. If you don't know who Ronnie McDowell is, he's a country singer who is kind of an Elvis impersonator or Elvis tribute artist, and he sings in a style that sounds just like Elvis, and this song is just kind of corny. There's a lot of that banter between the two. They're trying to be flirtatious, but it comes off as awkward, and the song they're trying to do is like an Elvis tribute, but Elvis is not around, so I just didn't like the song. Now for my final thoughts. The album in general is not that good. I listed my bottom 5. I probably could have mentioned more songs. It's way too long, 30 songs over 2 hours. She probably could have released this as a shorter album, and then maybe some of the songs for an additional release, like maybe like a year later or something. If I were to make a 10-song album, I would have the top 5 songs that I picked, and then I'd probably pick a few others. For example, I didn't mention Purple Rain, the original Prince song. I thought that one was pretty good. That one like almost made my top 5. My final score is a 6 out of 10. Let me know in the comments what you think. Check out this video right here. I don't really know what I'm going to put up. I don't really have anything similar to a Dolly Parton video. But I'll put up something. Please like this video. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Please subscribe. If you have not already, I do rock and metal reviews. I will see you in the next one.